looks. The new move from Secretary of State Marco Rubio comes amid uncertainty over the legal status of thousands of foreign students nationwide and amid the escalating legal fight with Harvard over the university's ability to even enroll foreign students. President Trump suggesting a 15% cap on international students just moments ago.
Okay, Harvard has to show us their lists. They have foreign students. About 31% of their students are foreign-based, almost 31%. We want to know where those students come. Are they troublemakers? What countries do they come? And we're not going to, if somebody is coming from a certain country and they're 100% fine, which I hope most of them are, but many of them won't be, you're going to see some very radical people. They're taking people from areas of the world that are very radicalized, and we don't want them making trouble in our country. But I want to make sure that the foreign students are people that can love our country. We don't want to see shopping centers exploding. We don't want to see the kind of riots that you had. And I'll tell you what, many of those students didn't go anywhere. Many of those students were troublemakers caused by the radical left lunatics.
On NewsNation's Joe Khalil's live for us in Washington. And Joe, the president certainly not at all backing down on his criticism of Harvard.
No, very much doubling down. He said in that press conference there that Harvard has been bad for America, criticized how much money they have received from the federal government, doubling down on cutting federal funds and grants to Harvard, and then talking about foreign students coming in and how he wants to make sure they're not, quote, troublemakers in his view, and reference protests over the past couple of years there. So it is a doubling down on this new policy that NewsNation has confirmed is in the works. It would really do two things. It's coming from the State Department. One is that it would enhance vetting of international students' social media pages. And the other thing it would do almost immediately right now is to ask embassies all over the world, U.S. embassies, to stop doing interviews with students who are applying for student visas to come to the U.S. for an American university. That is the normal process if an international student wants to attend. So pausing those interviews effectively would pause all students from trying to apply even for American universities. Now, they say that this is a temporary step right now. It's not a permanent one. They also say that students who have already scheduled their interviews can continue to do theirs. But for students who have not yet done so overseas, they will not be able to do interviews to apply to come to the United States. Now, Tammy Bruce, the spokesperson for the State Department, defended the policy. This is what she said, and it sort of echoes the things we just heard from President Trump. Take a listen.
Every sovereign country has a right to know who's trying to come in, why they want to come in, who they are, what they've been doing, and at least hopefully within that framework, determine what they will be doing while they're here.
Now, she did not, and the actual cable that Secretary of State Marco Rubio signed did not explicitly say what they're looking for in the vetting of international students' social media pages was support for pro-Palestinian protests or images. But it does reference an executive order President Trump signed that talks about terrorism or sympathy for terrorism and talks about anti-Semitism. So that is the policy as of right now. We should mention that critics of this policy, and there are several, especially on the Democratic side, say this feels like more of a pretext, using anti-Semitism to get back at Harvard and to get back at other universities whose general philosophies may not align with this administration's. We just talked moments ago to former Secretary of Education Arne Duncan under President Obama. He told us he worries that a policy like this could have a chilling effect, that even if it is temporary, that the result of it is very good, talented foreign students that would otherwise want to come to the U.S., study here and potentially open businesses or be in the medical field or in other important fields in the U.S. may no longer look to do so. And that could be a generational ripple effect that he says could be detrimental to the American economy, which has obviously been a vibrant one in contributions from foreign students.
All right, Joe Khalil, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.